Alrighty, welcome back. Got chest and shoulders today. Should be a splendid day today. Got no real time requirements, so I can actually get this day done because I didn't last week. So I'm really looking forward to it. Feeling well fueled. A pretty okay sleep. Did my hour cardio this morning, which was good. That went well. Actually managed to record it on my watch without it going dead, which is even better. We've got cardio tomorrow, but we've got it after the session, as long as I still go. If I don't, that's fine. I'm looking forward to today because I haven't done, obviously minus last week, I haven't done shoulders consistently in a while, and that was obviously deliberate. If you look at the timeline of my videos, because my shoulders were performing better than all of my other body parts at the gym, and it was an area in which I kept my strength pretty consistently even with not doing shoulders as much, and I kept good size on my shoulders, I felt. So it wasn't an area I felt like I had to continually, do and program in. It was more of a day that I could kind of put on a weekend or something where, if I needed something to do or not do, that could be the day. So it's just more or less like I had to look at, if I miss doing shoulders, is it going to impact me? And originally it was yes, because it was an entire day wiped out. Before in the last program, not so much because it was on a weekend, which I mainly utilise weekends for rest. But I wanted to get back into it this program. But as I kind of said a while ago, I had to try and slot it in more or less in combination with another day. But when I was looking at the exercises that I wanted to do and what I've done previously, it's not a whole lot. So that's why I put it on kind of my chest day today, because I'm going to give incline a bit of a rest and focus more on kind of the plates and cables, just to give that a bit of a swing, give that a bit of a shot. So with that removed, has allowed extra space for shoulders to come in, without it hopefully impacting the length of time that it's going to take to do the session. That's kind of the idea behind it. So full day should kind of look like doing Smith overhead into rear dumbbell lateral raises. We'll see how they go and how they feel. If not, probably just jump on cables if it's not feeling the best, which is fine. Then from there, normal side lateral dumbbell raises. Then we go into chest. So then we do incline plate, chest press, then into cable crosses, pec deck, and then normal cable fly / cable chest press. So very similar to my normal chest day. So essentially the only thing missing is incline Smith. Everything else is pretty much there residually from my previous program. Because incline Smith was the one that took the longest. Overhead didn't take me as long as before because you can kind of recover a little bit quicker. And we smash out the rest of the day. But it should be fun. It should be good. Because the good thing, because I'm not time constrained, I can give a good gauge as to how long this session would take me on average. And if stuff needs to kind of get culled off, then so be it. Preferably not. But sometimes it happens. It's just about actually giving it a try and kind of doing it best gauge for it. Because there's probably I have an idea of some things that could go if needed, but yeah, like I said, ideally I want to keep everything in. Yeah, the only real kind of important marker for that is doing it and then adjusting or modifying from then on. Yeah, it's the real only way to test. So yeah, hopefully the session goes well, because I've been looking forward to this for a week. Literally since I tried it this time last week and only got 2 exercises, or 1.5 exercises in. So yeah, I'm excited. So it should be good. I might be able to talk a little bit during this one, but again, like I always say, it's with a grain of salt. Just kind of seeing, how the gym is, if it's busy, just building up the confidence. But yeah, we'll see how things go. Yeah, for now I'll leave it here, and yeah, I'll catch you when we start doing some shoulders. So hopefully we're looking forward to a good session. So yeah, stay tuned and I'll see you soon.
when you drive in, on that drive, I was thinking like we could put like sort of like a triangle bit of like trees and stuff, plants, sort of just so you don't turn right straight away, you know what I mean? Left straight away. Yeah.
I loved it. I did one of those. Like, good. Yeah. That's like that.
Well, you know what a thing called an extreme hyperbole is? No, I don't. It's actually an extreme exaggeration.
Really? That doesn't surprise me.
So I didn't actually need it to an exaggeration to get my point across. So you're very skinny. welcome. You're welcome. Look at all that triple your weight. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I know, just got enough of the team, you know.
Oh, what did I do? What is it? What is it? 45. 45? Yeah.
Alrighty, that is chest and shoulders done. Really good day today. Shoulders went really well, apart from rear delts. I don't know if I was doing it right, and I don't think I was. So I'm gonna watch some videos over the week and just try and get the form a bit more down pat. Like there was points where like I knew that I was definitely hitting it, but it was also I couldn't tell if I was hitting that or just like a portion of my traps, if that makes sense. It was a bit of a weird one. Yeah, so I want to try and get that a bit more, get the form correct, and I'm happy to drop the weight right down, which is why I picked up the 7s, just to get the movement better, more strict. So yeah, that one's going to be a work in progress. Other than that, lateral raises went well, incline went well. On the first set, don't know if you can tell, but I was in a bit of pain because on the last kind of 2 reps on the very first set, I felt a bit of a pinch in my shoulder, but I gave it a bit of a stretch, and yeah, the other sets were fine, so thank God. yeah, cables went well, Pec Deck went well. I was a bit more fatigued on Pec Deck than I'm used to, so that was just a bit of an adjustment there, but still good to get back into it. Yeah, everything went really well. Bit of a yap session today, but I'm happy, you know. It's just over an hour and a half session for doing 2 muscle groups, so that's pretty good considering that previously I was getting chest done in about like an hour and 15, and usually shoulders, well, usually I did not shoulders like just on their own, so it was more like if I took what I normally do for shoulders and chest into the one session, time wise it'd be looking like towards a 2.5 hour session, but the fact I can get it done in like a normal amount of time that I would do for those sessions individually, I think that's a pretty good indicator that it's like a good enough exercises, because like for shoulders I don't need more than what I've got. I've got a heavy overhead pressing movement for strength and pure just front delt activation, and then I've got a rear delt exercise, and then I've got a lateral movement, you know, more for that kind of striation and more kind of the side delt, or side and front. So I don't need anything more than that. I don't need to add anything extra. You know, for chest, I guess I'm doubling up a little bit with doing the Pec Deck and regular cable flies, but they are different in their own right. So with Pec Deck, it's you know, you're in a static position. So if you go all the way back, my arms will go a touch further than like in line with me. And I can really press my back into the pad and just, you know, really pump through the movement. Whereas doing cables, it's more about the stretch, like that deep stretch into your chest, and that's where you build kind of those striations and a bit more of that kind of leaner muscle, if that makes sense. Especially doing crossovers, you're getting that kind of middle bit, and then just doing flies in general, it's more about developing kind of that mid-section of my chest and really kind of putting the weight a little bit heavier. Obviously I need enough to be able to go through the movement, but heavy enough where I'm more focusing on the eccentric, so really controlling it, and kind of letting my chest go forward in the movements. That way the entire stretch in the eccentric is, yeah, as I said, a full stretch. And that's, in my opinion, is probably the best way to do that movement. I'll never do that kind of fly movement for strength purposes in terms of wanting to bump the weight up every week or every month. That one just moves up as I slowly build the strength, but my main focus is to blow up notes, to focus on the eccentric part of that movement. So yeah, day went really well. I'm happy with everything. The overhead press I'm going to move up next week. The 90s felt good. I still had gas in the tank, so I'm going to push that one up, and hopefully I can get up to 100 again, because that'll be amazing. Next week we'll focus in on rear delts. I really want to be able to try and get this movement down pat. It might take me a few more weeks. That'll be the main focus. Then lateral is just keeping the weight as is, or maybe moving up a little bit, and then everything else will probably stay the same. I'm hoping incline can go up slightly, but other than that, all the other movements are going to stay the same, because if you've done cables before, you know how particular you have to be when moving weight up, because you can go from being able to lift the weight and do the full movement, and you go up one notch and suddenly you can't get it off the stack. So yeah, it's just a a bit of a balancing act there, but we'll work that out accordingly. Yeah, see if we go tomorrow. Still not sure, so it's a bit of a gamble if I'm going to go tomorrow or not. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. If we do go tomorrow, it'll be legs, and then I'll do cardio at the end. Otherwise, I might go on the weekend, but don't know if I'll film or not. It'll just depend where I'm at. So yeah, it's another one of those days where I'll either see you tomorrow or I'm going to see you next week. So if I upload tomorrow, I'll see you then. If I don't, I'll catch you next week. Have a good one, do your cardio, and get to the gym. So yeah, do it. I will catch you next time. So I will see you then.